In this episode of New York Next, we speak with Gary Vaynerchuk, who is CEO of VaynerMedia, a content creator and investor. He tells us how AI is an opportunity rather than something to fear.
The answer is to weaponize the opportunity instead of crying about it.
How he chooses where to compete.
I just think that if you're good enough, there's always an opportunity for you to come in.
And how creators are becoming the teachers for this generation. A self-described serial entrepreneur, Gary Vaynerchuk is a CEO, best-selling author, digital marketing heavyweight, vintner, media personality, and magnate, has a speaker line, and recently opened Fly Fish Club, a private dining club in Lower Manhattan where I sit down with him today. Someone sent me a new Google AI program where you can upload an article and it turns it into however long podcast you want it to become.
Yes.
That just struck me, though, as the most recent example of how AI could essentially replace so many creators. What is your take on that?
This is the thing with AI. It's kind of like the tractor. When the tractor came out, there was a lot of conversation in society many, many years ago that this was bad because 83% of people in the world worked on farms. What people didn't understand was the tractor was going to allow people to do bigger and better things. This hysteria at worst, or curiosity at best, of what is this gonna mean? Is this bad? Are people gonna be replaced? The answer is yes-ish. Don't forget, somebody that feels like they're about to get replaced by AI to make creative works in Photoshop. The people that got good at Photoshop replaced the people that used to draw on paper. But the person that drew on paper was allowed to learn Photoshop. And so this concept that robots are gonna replace everyone here, that also could be in play. But the current state of what AI tools are being built and what they're gonna do is they're gonna rejigger the field much more than they're just gonna outright replace everyone. Everyone's gonna be looking at each other and we have a major problem. Stuff's always changing.
Creative destruction, yeah.
It's what humans do. It's how the game is played. And so the real question is, are you gonna grab a surfboard and ride this wave? Or are you gonna put your head in the sand and let the wave kill you? And so I think it's pretty amazing because I think people are much more capable than they sometimes think of themselves. And I hope people see the AI thing as an opportunity versus the end. The answer is to weaponize the opportunity instead of crying about it.
What ways has AI already changed what you're doing? Would you see using that tool for yourself?
I am seemingly talking all the time. In reality, the reason I produce so much content is a lot of what I do is actually listen. So I do a lot of consumer insight work. So I have, for the last 15 years, spent a lot of time reading Twitter, reading social, and using Google. Currently, the way AI has changed my life is it is now my co-pilot, it is my partner in my strategy anthropology work, and I'm even sharper and more effective with clearer data and faster than I was a year ago.
I've noticed a lot of people who come to you, a lot of the videos you post, you're obviously a CEO, you're a creator, you do all these things, but it seems like so much of what people look to you for is wisdom.
I think the reason people come to me for that kind of stuff is because a lot of my content is about perspective. I believe that it's really hard to be successful or happy if you're not in a good place. I believe it's hard to be in a good place if you decide to look at everything that's bad instead of being grateful for what's good. Like the fact that we're even in New York City, working, I just think like there's so many people that have so much adversity. 800 million people on earth do not have access to clean water. I struggle with not factoring that in when I'm upset about something.
You've gotten in a lot of already very saturated spaces. Even with the club space, we're in Fly Fish right now. How do you think about competing? How do you decide which space to compete in? And how do you get a toehold in such a saturated space?
I just think that if you're good enough, there's always an opportunity for you to come in. Literally nothing scares me. Walmart doesn't scare me. Amazon doesn't scare me. Tesla doesn't scare me. Nothing's scary if you're good enough. As far as choosing, it was actually the passions, the deep passions of my partners that were a big part of it. I have a funny feeling that New York will have 20 successful private clubs in 5 years.
Really?
I think so. You know, what New York has is what I love more than anything, which is balance. There's so much art, there's so much humanity, there's so much culture, there's so much more warmth than any people would ever realize. Like the way I see the jungle, and that's how I like it.